Good morning, YouTube. Oh, and any new friends I pick up on MySpace TV. I seem to have syndicated myself. Another step forward. It's 10:05 on Tuesday morning. 9 degrees outside and a bit overcast. Not a nice day at all, really, outside. I think I'll stay in today. Um, what's happened since we last met? Well, I did the benefit thing yesterday. In fact, yesterday was a bit like the old life returning with a vengeance. Or at least it tried to. But it didn't quite succeed. The universe seems to be sabotaging the old life a bit now and allowing me to get on with my new life. I had two main things to do yesterday. I've obviously got to find an income some way, and also I'm hoping that I may keep my home here. I can live on my current resources for a while, but it is really something that needs to be attended to as a matter of priority. So yesterday I had to put everything in place so that when eventually the resources do start dwindling, there might be some sort of backup already sorted out. So I went into town yesterday morning, Monday morning, and popped into the local job centre. Got all the details. You now have to make claims by phone. So actually that was quite easy. That means I could do it from home. And then I popped round to the municipal offices and picked up an application form to apply for a housing benefit. So I had those forms to do yesterday, and it's quite amazing how much time that takes. I rang the job seekers allowance people, and they asked me loads of questions over the phone. And also I had I don't know, 16, 20-page form to fill in for housing benefit. And it was a bit of a schedule yesterday. I had that to do. I wanted to speak to my friend in China. And also I'd promised that I would go up and see a relative up in the local hospital yesterday evening. So there was a lot of running around. Quite a slick operation yesterday. But the first part of the day was actually quite good. The two things that I thought were going to be the obstacles, the signing up for JSA and the housing benefit, were made so much easier for me by the people I came in contact with. When I rang the job seekers allowance person, the guy on the other end was quite upbeat, and we got the business done. But it was done really quite light-heartedly. Bit of banter going on occasionally. And when I put the phone down, I actually didn't feel like I'd been through the ordeal that I thought I was going to go through. And then when I rushed to get in my housing benefit application at about 2 minutes to 5, the deadline was 5 o'clock. The lady I sat down in front of who went through my form with me knew exactly where I was coming from. I've been quite upfront about what I did in the last week. It's a matter of fact. End of story. And it's quite amazing that when you tell people that you've done something that you think is quite extreme, you start coming into contact with people who volunteer the information. They've done exactly the same thing. And the message of hope is that they're back in responsible jobs, earning their keep, and they didn't die. So there was a lot of reassurance going on yesterday, thanks to the universe. But there were a couple of things that sort of upset my day. One, strangely enough, was a fallout from my video last time. A couple of friends of mine were really upset that I intended to start going on more dates. I mean, that was the last 2 minutes of a 10-minute video, of which I thought the first 8 minutes were the important part. But when they watched it, the last 2 minutes of what I said made the most impact. And I'd completely forgotten that. I'd completely forgotten that people would not be seeing in that video exactly what I'm seeing. And I don't know how to reassure them. Yeah, there are changes going on, and I cannot predict the future. I can't say precisely today where their lives fit into my lives in the future. Both of these friends are internet friends, and I've got speaking to them on a quite a regular basis. But I want to try and assure them that whether I meet new friends through this dating thing, or in life generally, there's always going to be room for all my friends. That's part of my new intention for 2008. Yesterday, I neglected them a bit because I was on a schedule. But the schedule is to try and ensure that things like that do not happen again in the future. All I've been saying to both friends recently is, well, we've only got 10 minutes. Oh, we've only got 15 minutes. Oh, well, actually, I've got to go out and do this. And yesterday was one of those sort of days. But the overall flavour of the day was that something has changed. Outwardly, it might have looked exactly the same. But inwardly, for me, I knew that I was moving on to something new. And what I want to say to those two friends is, that part of my life ain't going to change. I still love you both. And there's going to be room for you, I promise you that. But I need to take a bit of my life for me. That's all. I hope you understand. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.